The theme of the retreat is indeed very germane to the intendments of the summit because whatever we discuss and whatever resolution arrive at, if the media does not convey to the public, the essence will have been defeated. Climate change is one of the biggest problems confronting nations today. In Nigeria, it is a matter of concern to the government and experts because it is happening at a very frightening level. We have problems of flood, desertification, environmental pollution, etc. And despite the effort being made, devastating effects of the climate change are recorded yearly. Even part of the insecurity we face today is attributed to the climatic change, which deserves priority attention. Unfortunately, it seems some of these disasters are even underreported. Perhaps the media is not adequately equipped to handle this. I believe that as a journalist who report from the parliament, where laws are enacted, it is essential that you acquire the necessary skills and tools to mainstream the climate change. This can enable you to set an agenda for the legislature and indeed the executives. I hope that at the end of this retreat, you will all be better positioned to inform, educate, and enlighten the society on the implication of the climate change.
As we are all aware, climate change has impacted our lives in different ways. This has altered our environment as well as our ecosystem. Interestingly, the government of Niger State is also coming up with various policies to mitigate the effect of climate change, not just for Niger State, but globally. It is therefore our responsibility as journalists to report well, be objective, and try to report areas, particularly policies, that will go a long way to affect or to promote climate change in Nigeria and as well globally. So in reporting, we must communicate effectively, we must disseminate our information, and by so doing, we will be on the same page. Niger State's green economy is here. While other states are lamenting the effect of climate change, you have taken a laudable step to position Niger State
on a larger scale, mainstreaming the environmental sector. This paper believes and strongly advocates that the media should continue to perform and sustain its role in society as argued by Murphy, model of the media's impact on society, especially with respect to the environmental sector, particularly climate change policies and issues. But what are these climate change policies? Who brought about these policies? How do we, before the media can begin to make the process or to engage in or to begin to report issues of climate change, we have to know what these policies are. We have to know how we can come in, that is, we the media. So broadly speaking, the United Nations is the organ that outlines climate change policies, and so far these policies are in 3 items. 1, carbon emission, 2, electricity consumption, and 3, renewable energy. On carbon emissions, the United Nations advocates absolute and per capita reductions of 25% by 2025 and 45% by 2030. What the United Nations wants nations of the world to do is to begin the absolute or per capita reductions of carbon emissions. And they peg it to be 25% by 2025, and we're already in 2023, isn't it? So we have less than 2 years, or almost 2 years, to begin the reduction of carbon emissions. But how can we do that when up to now we still burn fossil fuel in our cars, in our generators, and what have you? You can see it's a very big, tall order.